On today's spooky spot, we're going to be having a look at the other NECA Nightmare on Elm Street Freddy figure. Today we're going to be looking at Nightmare on Elm Street Freddy Krueger as seen in A Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2, A Freddy's Revenge, or Freddy's Revenge. This is a great figure, another fantastic figure released from NECA. Man, these are great figures. Down below we've got a picture of Freddy Krueger. The Freddy in this figure comes with two heads and his fedora. On the back, complete your nightmare down below. We have the Freddy from first Nightmare on Elm Street, also from the Dream Warriors and the Dream Master. The read-up says, 5 years have passed since Freddy Krueger was sent howling back to hell, but now a new kid on Elm Street is being hunted every night by the gruesome visions of the deadly Dream Stalker, and if his twisted soul takes possession of the boy's body, Freddy will return from the dead to wreak bloody murder and mayhem upon the entire town. And then there's a picture there of Freddy Krueger. Let's not wait any longer. I can't wait. What we're going to do is we're going to get this opened up, and we are going to have a look at the Freddy Krueger figure from A Nightmare on Elm Street 2, Freddy's Revenge. Stay tuned, guys. There is more on the way. And now that I've packaged, let's have a look at the Freddy Krueger. It's a little bit different. It's not quite the same sculpt as that of the first Freddy. In fact, I'll bring in the first Freddy so you guys can see. Yes, in fact, it is a different sweater. The first Freddy was known more for a baggier sweater and no striped sleeves. So it is definitely a different figure. The stance also seems to be, reused. So at least from the torso down, it is the same figure. From the torso up, definitely a different figure. Also seems to be sharing the same, different hands it seems. Same hand shape, just this hand on the second Freddy is a little more scarred. Moving the Freddy out of the way here. First things first, let's zoom in to the face of this Freddy Krueger, and you'll see a much meaner looking Freddy than the first Freddy figure. And I really, you know what, for me personally, if I really compare the two, I'll bring the first Freddy back in. The one thing I like in as the Freddy makeup progressed is that they got away from a lot of the more seemed to have more gashes and stuff going in the first one, more hanging flesh and whatnot. It became a little more streamlined, I guess, as the makeup progressed. Now, Part 2 Freddy was a little more wrinkled compared to like the other Freddys in the movies. By the time we got to, was it Part 5? Was it the Dream Child? I thought his makeup, and really Freddy's Dead I think is the worst makeup of all. Freddy's Dead is just, his makeup looks silly. It just looks absolutely silly, but in the earlier movies Freddy's makeup was a lot more gruesome and more detailed, really, if you ask me. And his head looks fantastic. Just a great sculpt once again by NECA. They did an amazing job on the Freddy head here. As with the other Freddy figures, you'll get yourself a fedora. Now this is probably a little more well-known fedora than that of the first Freddy, which was much smaller. Very neat. This Freddy has two alternate hands, or one alternate hand, one regular hand. The alternate hand is that he's got on right now, where it's got the fingers with the blades coming out. The alternate hand being, where did I leave the hand here? Did I drop the hand? Hold on a second, let me go grab the hand. Well, Butterfinger spot, you forgot the other hand in the packaging. The other hand is that of the glove. He also has an alternate head. Now, depending on how you want to do it, you can certainly mix and match if you want. We'll just take the head off here. it's just pegged in. I might have to even do this off camera here. Just a little bit of pressure is required. You have the alternate head here. I'm going to do this off camera again. It needs a little finesse that I can't necessarily do on camera. There we go. And there we have Freddy with his alternate head. The alternate head has the exposed brain, as you can see there. Really nicely detailed. The way they've got it, you have two hands, you have two heads. With this particular head, I'd be more inclined myself to have the finger blades as the hand. I think with this Freddy, I would likely have him with the fedora, and I'd have him with the gloved hand. And we'll just take the hand off here so you guys can see. Peg that. Maybe I'll fare better on camera with this hand than I did with the head. All the while, of course, you're always worried when you get these, when you're putting the pegged hands or something on a peg, you're always worried that the peg is going to break. But this particular gloved hand, again, I would probably have with this as my personal preference, but you could do either or. In the way of Freddy's articulation, being that he's on a peg, he has a ball-jointed head. He has a pin and socket shoulder, which will allow his arms to move in and out. You can also rotate the forearm, you can bend at the elbow, rotate at the hand, a mild swivel as well. You can rotate the waist, and you can rotate at the boots. Once again, I think Neca has just done a fantastic job. I can't say enough good things about Neca. I'm really hoping that this continues on. We're obviously going to get Freddy all the way up to, what, part 4? I don't know if they're going to do a part 5 or Freddy's dead. Let's hope they do continue, though. Fingers crossed, though. Ooh, I'm hoping they're going to do a Friday the 13th line as well, because that would be very, very cool. I don't really have any gripes to make about the figure. In fact, if I made one gripe, it would be the same gripe that I made with the part 1 Freddy, and that would solely be the fact that because you have an alternate head and because you have an alternate hand, this guy at least would be inclined to probably buy 2 Freddys. The first Freddy, I would be probably buying 3 of them just for the way the accessories work themselves out. But to the fact that I would have this Freddy with the fingered blades and then the other Freddy head with the glove, I would buy 2 figures. 3 if you want to keep one, mint on card. But that's really the only gripe I could make. Just a great job, Neca. Keep doing what you guys are doing. This Freddy, I'm gonna give a 9. I'm gonna give him a 9.5 as well. Just keep doing a great job, guys. Today's spooky spot, we're having a look at the Neca Nightmare on Elm Street figures. We're looking at the Freddy from Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2, Freddy's Revenge. I thank you guys for watching, as you always do. Stay tuned for more spooky spots. There's certainly more on the way. And I'll see you guys next time. See you guys later.